Pau Gasol. Por supuesto va a estar aquí con mi compañero Eduard Cauich, quien va a estar platicando con Paul acerca de su libro.
¿Qué tal, amigos? ¿Cómo están? I'm Eduard Cauich, sports editor at OI, Deportes, which has 1 million copies in Southern California. And this is, of course, you all know him, is Pau Gasol, and he's going to talk to us. We're going to do this in English and Spanish, because the book is also in English and Spanish, and we know that he has a lot of fans that speak both languages.
Sounds good.
So Pau, can you first start by telling us a little bit about your book?
Well, it's a project that we started working on with Lori, the photographer, a very talented photographer. It's right here, right behind us. Big applause for Lori. She did a great job. And we just started taking pictures of. We wanted to give an outlook of more of my private and personal side, my family, my friends, the people that I care about, values, kind of give you more of an inside look of my life outside of basketball.
So the book covers 4 years, 2 countries, more than 12,000 photos. So check it out, guys.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, can you
all right. Thank you.
Well, can you we know that you like to do a lot of community stuff, and this is a big example of that. What made you start doing, contributing your time to the community?
Well, to me, I'm in a privileged position to have a very positive impact in our community, and that's what I like to do. The impact that I can have on especially children, it's very powerful. So I like to dedicate some of my free time into making a difference with kids that maybe are struggling or going through a difficult time or just need a lift from someone. And we're as athletes we're in a great position to do that. And I've been doing that for many years now, and I feel it's very rewarding to me as well as to the people that I get in touch with.
And in one of the chapters in your book, you talk about being bullied in school. People used to make fun of you because you were tall when you were growing up. Can you tell us a little bit about that and how you overcame that?
Yeah, well, kids sometimes can be too honest, and they pick on whoever's different. I was definitely different. I was tall. I was very skinny. So I stood out. I wasn't just a regular guy. So as I continued to grow, I had to duck I still do, obviously today. I had to duck to go through doors, and all kinds of stuff. Public transportation, everything is just a little more difficult for a guy that it's my height. But as a kid, you feel different, you feel awkward, you feel like something's wrong with you. But ultimately, that's been one of my biggest gifts, to be able to become a professional basketball player and to be able to do what I do and accomplish what I've accomplished. So again, I started to realize, well, maybe my uniqueness is a gift, and it's something special. And I think we're all gifted people here, no matter what, no matter how you look, how you are. We all have the gift of life, and we have to value it.
Pau, how difficult was it for you to open your life, to your private life, to the camera? We know you're a very private person. We rarely see you in any controversial pictures. How difficult was it for you?
Well, it wasn't easy. I am very private. I try to be very discreet, low key. I like to have my own privacy, and I don't let many people, especially photographers, journalists, into my house or into like my private areas, my family, my friends. So it was difficult, but Lori was able to get through that door, and kind of made me feel comfortable about the possibility of opening that up, and maybe inspiring some people, allowing fans also people to get a closer look to me as a person.
Pau, una de las secciones que más me gustó en esta parte era de que hablas de tu familia, los valores de tu familia. Y voy a leer una parte de tu libro en donde hablas del momento de comer con tu familia. Dice, de niño era raro que no cenáramos en familia. Esperábamos a que nuestra madre volviera a casa de trabajar y cenábamos en la mesa de la cocina. Mi madre cocinaba y nos servía a todos. No quería que la comida se enfriara, así que muchas veces empezaba a comer un poco después que nosotros. Si había algo fuera de lo normal que hubiera pasado a lo largo del día, lo hablábamos durante la cena. Y eso habla mucho de cómo creciste, Pau. Sí. Cuéntanos un poquito sobre pues, tu familia y el valor que incluye eso.
Sí, sin duda mi familia pues, ha tenido un valor muy importante en mi vida y son gran parte de la razón por la que pues he llegado donde he llegado en la vida y tengo la educación que tengo. Así que he tenido mucha suerte y me siento muy afortunado de haber tenido unos padres que nos cuidaron, que nos educaron bien, que se preocuparon por nosotros, que estuvieron ahí cerca de nosotros y nos inculcaron los valores con los que hemos crecido.
Cuéntanos un poco sobre qué tan difícil fue para ti, y tú hablas de eso en el libro, al venir aquí a Estados Unidos por primera vez.
Sí, fue difícil porque, bueno, yo nunca había estado en Estados Unidos, venía de España y bueno, pues es un país completamente diferente, bastante lejos del mío natal, con una lengua diferente, tuve que aprender el inglés, aparte llegué a Memphis, que es una ciudad sureña, con un acento especial, muy diferente a lo que yo estaba acostumbrado en mi vida. Entonces fue un cambio importante, pero bueno, mi sueño era jugar en la NBA y eso estaba por encima de todo y aparte tuve la suerte de una vez más que mi familia me acompañó en esa aventura y eso me dio un gran soporte.
In one of the chapters, Paul talks about adjusting to the U.S. and he talks about the food and also the language. And Paul, can you tell us how important it was for your family to move here to the U.S. and help you in that adjustment?
It was very important. If I would have done that alone, it would have been much more difficult for me. The adjustment would have been much harder. But because my family moved with me, both of my parents kind of took a break from their jobs, and both of my brothers also came here and went to school in Memphis. That gave me a big support to fall back on when I was done practicing, when I was done traveling, I was done playing. I could always go back home and have the same nucleus that I had back in Spain.
And all the earnings that you get in this book goes to the Gasol Foundation. Can you talk to us about the Gasol Foundation?
Yeah, of course. We're very excited. It's going to be our first year anniversary from our foundation, which we're trying to help kids. Thank you. Mark and I, it's both of our foundations. So we trying to encourage kids to live healthier lives, to pick up on healthy habits, exercise, understand the importance of exercise and then physical activity, and also understanding how to eat better, how to eat healthier, so they can grow up much healthier, developing as much as they can mentally and physically to accomplish and be successful after all. So we're very proud and very excited about the growth of our foundation, and we'll continue. We're going to come up with different projects and initiatives and collaborations with different organizations that are already doing a tremendous job on the field. So yes, my proceeds from the book go direct to the foundation, and just to continue, it's a part to finance it and make it grow.
You talk also a lot about nutrition. Why is that very important for you?
Well, I grew up with a Mediterranean diet, so always very, 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 very healthy. Plus, my mom and my dad are both in the medical field, so they both very aware of what's good for you, what helps you, what doesn't. Plus, my mom is also a great cook, and she loves to cook for us. So we always had great meals at home. So I was very privileged to be exposed to that and be around that. So now as we continue to evolve as people and the world continues to move forward, nutrition is a key factor for our growth, for our health, and plus the physical activity. It seems like with the advances of technology, we're tending to become a little more passive because we get so hooked on all the gadgets, all the smartphones, all the tablets. There's so many options nowadays that it could be overwhelming. So it's important to remind kids that there's nothing healthier than just go out there and play sports, play with your friends, not just always be stuck maybe with a video game at home.
In this, you were talking about technology. In this age of Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that stuff, how important is for kids to make time for to read, for books?
Very important. I'm a very traditional man, and I love books. I love the feel of books. I'm not a huge fan of e-books, so I would hope we never lose the feeling and appreciation for what a book feels, for what it is to read a book. I'm very proud of my library at home. To see what I've been able to read, what I've been able to learn from all of these books that I've read, and I continue to read regularly. And it's very important. So that's why I'm proud. I'm proud also to have kind of my own book and put it out there for people to enjoy and get to know a little bit more about me.
¿Cuál es la parte favorita del libro? El que te gustó más.
La parte favorita del libro, bueno, pues no sé, quizás la parte humanitaria y la parte de familia son las dos partes que quizás más valoro dentro del libro y que son más importantes en mi vida.
Tell us a little bit about Kobe and the introduction that he gives a really nice introduction.
Forward, yeah.
The
forewords are by Phil Jackson, Kobe, and then one of my best friends back home, who was Juan Carlos Navarro, who played basketball with me since we were 16, and one of my national teammates. That we've been through several Olympics and World Championships and so forth. So great people have been part of my life, are part of my life, and they were kind to dedicate some really amazing words. It's actually very touching when I read them and when I think about what Kobe, Phil, and Juan Carlos have written for me.
You have a dog called Lolo? Is that?
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about your mascot, your pet?
Yeah. Well, it was more my girlfriend's dog. It wasn't really my choice. I wouldn't really pick a mini dog, but he brought life to the house, and really cute dog. I love animals, period. I love dogs. I love horses. Horses are another one of my favorite animals. But yeah, we added Lolo to our life.
You also like food a lot. There's a big section about it,
yep.
And it shows you cooking. You also sing. There's a picture.
Right.
Of you singing,
right? I'm not gonna sing now. In case you were just thinking about it.
What kind of music do you like?
I like all types of music. I appreciate talent and art and passion, and I love different types of music. So I enjoy from classical operas that I enjoy. I go to rock concerts, rap. I like hip hop. I like Spanish. I like all kinds of different music. I'm not into heavy metal. That's a little too harsh. That's a little too much for me. But for the most part, everything else is good.
What about your favorite places in LA to hang out?
Well, favorite places. I'm a I'm a little bit of a homebody, so I enjoy just being at home just because of a high pace of life. I enjoy the peace that I have at home. It's hard for me to go into crowded places. First, because I stand out a lot. The high kind of stuff at times, but and then, people recognize me, and it could be overwhelming at times. So, but I love the South Bay. I love living by the beach. It's a blessing. I'm very, very fortunate. It's very peaceful as well. So I love to go down to the beach, especially at night when there's nobody there, and I can just sit by the water and relax and refuel as well.
I think we have time for 2 or 3 questions from the public.
I'd love to.
They're good. Let me see. See.
I have the opposite problem. I'm kind of short. But I just want to thank you so very much. I don't know much about basketball, but my son has Scheuermann's kyphosis, and we're under the care of Dr. David Skaggs. And I wanted to thank you so much for what you've done to Children's Hospital and kids like this with these big challenges. Thank you.
Children's Hospital is an amazing place, and I'm very proud and happy to be a part of their family and be able to help different kids that go through difficult times. And Dr. Skaggs is an amazing surgeon, professional. He's a good friend, and so they have a great staff of people helping many kids and families. Thank you.
I just wanted to thank you for everything you've done for the Lakers and also for the community. You've been an awesome joy to watch over the years, and I'm hoping that you'll be coming back. But I was wondering, one of the things that you'd be looking for in terms of where the Laker team can go from here, if you are still here. Hopefully you are.
Well, there's a lot of question marks right now, but thank you first of all for your appreciation. It really means a lot. The best part of being here for these 6.5 seasons have been really the fans, the love from the people. We've gone through great, amazing times, and we accomplished 1, 2 championships, got to 3 straight finals. When I got here, it was an incredible run. Then we started struggling a little bit, but our fans, you guys really stuck with us all the way, and that's something that we appreciate as basketball players, professionals, and also people. There's a lot of question marks around our team. We had a pretty new team this year with a lot of young players, new players, and I really don't know how it's going to unravel. I think ownership and management have to make a lot of decisions, what direction they want to go, what pieces they want to keep and have. And so I'm waiting and looking forward to see what's the plan for next season and the future. Not just next season, but because I'm in a position where I'll be able to sign a multi-year deal, and I'm at probably the end of my career. So I want to make sure I put myself in the best possible position to continue to fulfill my talents and enjoy playing the game. So I look forward to July 1st when I'll be able to sit down and talk to the Lakers and the different teams, see what the possibilities will be. Thank you. Muchas gracias.
Yo quiero felicitarlo y también decirle que ahora ya las señoras como yo ya nos estamos a ver más seguido el básquetbol.
Muchas gracias.
Primero como Ángel me decía, mami, ven a verlo. Y ahora yo soy la que le digo, vénganse a verlo, venga conmigo. ¿Y cuál es tu comida favorita?
Mi comida favorita. Bueno, me gusta la variedad, ¿no? Como en todo, me gusta porque creo que al final cuando tienes variedad, pues puedes apreciar más lo que tienes o lo que has tenido y las diferentes comidas. Así que me gusta variar, me gusta pues la comida del Mediterráneo porque es la que yo he crecido y con la que me he alimentado durante muchos años. Pero bueno, también me gusta la mexicana también, me gusta la japonesa, la asiática en general, pero no soy muy de picante. Como no he crecido con el picante, pues el picante me afecta un poco el estómago, así que tengo que ir un poquito ligero del picante. Pero por lo demás, me gusta probar, me gusta la aventura, me gusta, no sé, experimentar cosas diferentes. Gracias a ti.
Hi, just to reiterate what some of the other people said, I'm supposed to do this in Spanish. Thank you so much for being here and for everything that you do. And ¿qué piensas de que Phil Jackson se va para Nueva York?
Well, you're welcome, first of all, and I'm happy for Phil. I think he's in a great position. With a franchise that wants to utilize his knowledge and talents to grow, even if it's not our franchise. If the same position was offered to him here, he would have taken it, but that was not considered. So I'm happy for him because I know he's excited about getting this opportunity. And I know New York is also a place that means a lot to him because that's where he played his entire NBA career. So, he's as long as he's happy, I'm happy.
He spoke about you and your love of food. Is there a Pau Gasol in the kitchen? Do you do any cooking? And what do you cook? And besides your basketball career, do you do anything in the kitchen at home?
Right.
With your girlfriend or
right.
for her?
Yeah. Right. I spent a little time in the kitchen. Right now, my mom's been here for the last few months, so she's taken over totally. So she doesn't let me, and I really don't need to or want to because she does such a fantastic job. But when I need to, I do. I don't mind cooking at home. It's also relaxing. Nothing fancy. You keep it pretty basic. It's easy to get different vegetables and prepare yourself a nice salad, and then grill something. You can grill pretty much anything, and that's not too hard. You just got to pay attention. You don't overcook it. So that's basically what I do when I have to. Yeah. Thank you. Last but not least, apparently.
Here you go, sir. Thank you. I'd like to begin by telling you we love you, Paul. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Since this is the book festival, what has been your favorite book to read in the past?
Well, I read many books, but one of my favorite books is actually one of the books that really got me hooked into reading. It's a book by a Spanish writer who I like, who actually lives in LA. His name is Carlos Ruiz de Zafón, and the name of the book is The Shadow of the Wind. And if you haven't had the opportunity to read it, it's actually pretty cool. It's based in Barcelona, which is something that also I enjoyed. But the whole story, it's great. It's great writing, and I think it's for all publics, all ages. So that's the book that I think I always mention it, even though I've read many different ones and different types and different authors. Thank you.
Muchas gracias. Thank you for all your questions. Pau, finally, can you extend an invitation to everybody to read the book?
Yeah, absolutely. Why not? No? Right? If you have a chance, I would definitely encourage you to check out my book, Live Vida. I'm gonna be at a booth apparently in a little bit.
It's gonna be over there and
over there somewhere. Signing for an hour. All the books. So everyone that decides to purchase the book and have it signed by me. So I'll be there in a little bit. And But if not, if you can't get it signed, get it anyways, because it's really a good book. Everybody that's read it has really appreciated it, and it's told me and shared with us, not just me, that they really enjoyed it and they really loved it. So it's worth it. Thank you.
So the line to get the book signed is on this side. There's a lot of people already, and so for the sake of time, Pau is only gonna be signing books, no pictures.
I'm trying to sign as many books as possible, so just trying to get as many people signed as possible. Thank you.
Thank you.